Welcome back to 23 Minute Reads with me, Mya D. This is kind of like my virtual book club because in these 5 minute or so videos, I share with you my takeaways from my current reading. Right now, that is Black Performance Theory. As a part of my 23 to 23 challenge, I'm reading 23 minutes per day, every day as an action of self-love, as an investment into myself, and as a way of providing myself with some consistency in an ever-changing world. Hoping that you will join me along in this journey by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and dropping some comments down there in that comment section so that there's an actual dialogue going on. Having in mind that while I have several decades of experience as a dancer, as an educator, and as a curriculum writer, I'm not the know-all be-all for this book. I'm simply providing a space for dialogue. Well, this week I read pages, as I get my notes, pages 26 through 52, and here are my 3 takeaways. Takeaway number 1 is quick read. Let me be honest. This book is not a quick read for me, and I'm okay with that because, as mentioned earlier, this book is an analysis of performance, and that performance includes performative writing. While this type of performative writing, does not trigger mirror neurons the same way a live performance does, it does tap into your mind and into your soul. I've split my 23 minutes up, 15 minutes in one session earlier in the day and an 8-minute session later in the day. And this allows me to digest what I read and still meet my 23-minute mark. Takeaway number 2 is Anansi. Nadine George Graves discusses diasporic spidering as a concept that allows us to construct the contemporary Black identity. Now, I'm not quite sure if Nadine's work came, whose work came first, but it reminds me of Boyan Manchev's conceptual enigma weaving politics. He was a part of my MFA process. He was one of the scholars that visited during that process, and he discussed the arachne. So how do we get there? That's how we get to Anansi, or it's part of how we get to Anansi. Anansi sometimes is depicted as a spider. Anansi is dynamic and perseveres with wit rather than with brute force. The stories of Anansi spin a metaphorical web connecting the African diaspora across time and space. Spidering, as discussed in George Graves' essay, is a method towards overhauling our vision of race. Takeaway number 3 is Cyborg. In the essay 21st Century Post-Humans, Hershini Bana Young, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing any of these names, you can drop it in the comments if you can help me out with those names, describes the rise of the CJ. I'm not finished this section yet and would love to hear your ideas, so go ahead and drop them down in the comments because the idea is that we're discussing this so that all of us grow together, having those informed conversations that lead to community growth. So here's what I gather. The essay references Kodowo Ishun's book, More Brilliant Than the Sun, which argues that Black people have moved past human to post-human as a direct result of previously not being considered or denied the status of being human. Post-human equals cyborg, without the clunky metal attachments, right? Here's a quick quote. As an alternative to Black bodies being seen only as victims to technology, we need to move beyond the binary logic that insists race and technology are always at odds with each other, end quote. I feel this post-human status is why our music sometimes seems out of this world. The essay also references DJing. Something new is made from something old. Scratching turns and allows the record player, a piece of technology, to be used as an instrument for technique. Well, that was all 3. Thank you for staying, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, right? Stay blessed, spread a good word, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.